I'm back. Did you miss me? Probably not, because I think at this point, I have 10 subscribers. But hey, maybe the 10 of you missed me. But I am so happy to be back in the swing of things. Basically, life update. I have finally graduated college after 4 long years of working my ass off. I have a bachelor's of arts in English, with my focus is modern British literature. Pretty sure I am the only person in the entire English department at my college that has that concentration. I'm pretty sure I'm the reason why that concentration still exists. Anyway, not the point, but I am officially a college graduate, which is a super big deal for me. And this journey has been a long time coming. And I can finally kind of move on and get to really what I want to do. So, because of that, I am back down to just working at the same job I've had that I'm hoping to I'm staying at over the summer till I get a big girl job. But, yeah, so most of my summer will be spent hopefully making content for you all and for myself, and making money at my job, and looking for a real job. So I'm excited for what the summer has to hold. But basically, I'm back. The reason I really wasn't putting out content, like I said, was I was trying to finish my degree. I took on a lot of responsibility at work, and I just didn't want to do this when I knew I wasn't fully committing myself to this, if that makes sense. I did not want to put out content that I wasn't proud of, or that I wouldn't enjoy. Like, I felt it was kind of just half-assed, low quality. I didn't want to do that because it's not fair to, like, you guys who's actually looking for maybe looking for a video like mine, and then I just do a shitty job of it. And it's not fair to me because that doesn't demonstrate what I can do. So that's why I've waited till now to get back in the swing of things. So basically, I have a few projects in mind that I'm hoping to start on over the summer and just continue till, whenever it appropriately fizzles out. But I thought I'd just let you guys kind of know what my plans are for these projects. The first of which is basically, there's an article, and I totally forget what website it's on, but I ultimately will find it and I will link it in the description box, which is the 29 books that fuckboys have on their bookshelves. And it's basically kind of like, all those awful dudes, like the douchey ones you meet in coffee houses. If you're an English major, like the Twitter account, guy in your MFA, very much pretentious, douchebaggy dudes that are just out of touch and feel like because they've read these books, they're totally in touch and blah, 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 blah. But really, these are just like books to kind of stroke the male ego. And it's basically like, because I know BuzzFeed's done an article too where it's 2 girls talking about like, run away if this man says it's his favorite book. So it'll probably be a hybrid. I'm not sure, because I'm not sure what overlap there are. I know both have separate books, but there's some overlap. So there's potentially, I guess, anywhere from 29 to probably like 35 books on that list, depending. So I will ultimately find both of those articles and link them down below for you guys to peruse. Basically, I'm going to read them and, get into the male psyche of stupid and, that I've been dealing with through my college career, of men that feel they're enlightened because of these books. But I'm really excited about that. Ultimately, I'm going to let you know if I think they're minorly fuckboy, so like low end of the spectrum. It's okay, he's a little out of touch too. Oh my god, run the fuck away. So I'm going to have it kind of on that spectrum. I'm really excited about that, just because this whole channel, my whole channel is kind of based off of, like, acknowledging faults in literature, and I kind of want to keep that up. That's not just, cheesy romance novels, because I'm finding that a lot of them are kind of cheesy, but I don't necessarily have a huge beef with them. There are things I can laugh at. Like, After is the only book I've had actual, like, 100% beef that I've talked about on this channel. So I definitely want to kind of continue with that theme, so pointing out, like, pretension and all that. I just want that, I want that transparency, because I feel like there are so many times that people, just feel like books are for pseudo-intellectuals or intellectuals, and they feel like that, especially classics, aren't attainable to read if you're not this super lofty, pretentious asshole. And believe me, I get it, because at one point I kind of had that view, especially of the classics. Like, I was an asshole about it, that I was like, this is the highest form of literature, and if you don't get it, then what's wrong with you? And that's bullshit. It really is, like, coming from being that person, it's a bullshit mentality to have. So the goal is to kind of take that away. Like, bullshit of literature, I want, you know, everybody to feel like they can enjoy reading and know that reading's fun, and even if they're pretentious, there's bullshit in it. Which leads me into a second project I am working on and want to work on, which is, anybody that's really close to me knows that I am a huge fan of Comedy Central's Drunk History. I think it's hilarious. I love, because it's very much people that are qualified, so it's like history majors, history minors, philosophy majors, philosophy minors, because I looked this up once because I wanted to be on Drunk History and I'm not eligible, or people that kind of have that field of study. It's them, you know, having this knowledge that they're passionate about, because clearly if they know so much, they're passionate about it, without that level of bullshit pretension, where it's very accessible. And I want to do that with the classics. So I'm basically going to get drunk and talk about classic literature. So like Pride and Prejudice, Dracula. Dracula's one of my favorites, any of my friends. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I do get drunk. But a lot of my friends will tell you, if you somehow bring it up, I will go on a very drunk Dracula tangent about, you know, Bram Stoker and literary history. And it's just, and my friends think it's funny because they're like, it's very much like people that already know the story, like, think it's funny because they're like, the fact that you're accurately kind of giving this bullshit description is really funny, but then it's very accessible for people that don't manage it, because it's just, it's fun, and it's just like, oh, Katie really likes this, so like, she just wants to talk about it. So I kind of want to do that, and I very much want to be like a really, you know, I guess a drunk, fucked up version of Spark Notes. So anything I say in the video that maybe isn't 100% accurate or unclear, I will make sure my goal is in the description box with like timestamps, making corrections, or making kind of elaborations if I'm really weird and vague, because, you know, I'm drunk or something, you know, because I'm drunk. I kind of want to have that, because also I really love, Thug Notes on YouTube as well, about books. I think they're really good because they're really accessible, it's funny, it's accurate. It's very much like you get, you know, the gist of these books without the bullshit. So I kind of want to do something like that as well, with, you know, the knowledge I have. But, so those are the two, like, really, really big ones. I have some other ones I'm considering. For instance, 5 years ago today, I listed that I wanted to read all 100 of the books the BBC says you should read before you die. And I haven't. 5 years down the road, I still have not finished that list. I have done most of it. But I don't know if I kind of want to finish that or go through that. That's kind of a really big commitment, so that might be like a, you know, year or two commitment. It might be easier where it's like a book a week, and that's like a weekly segment where it's like I start, and so it's like basically, you know, there's 52 weeks in a year, so that'll take 2 years. Holy shit. But hypothetically, that would not be, you know, unfeasible. So that's something I'm kind of looking into doing, which would be, I think, really fun and really interesting. And another one I'm kind of been fiddling with is doing kind of a comparison of book or TV show, you know, book versus movie TV show. What's different, and without being super spoilery, you know, kind of, because I am a person who wants to read the book before I watch the TV show, and then from there determine, is it even worth it? Because I'm like many readers who are very particular about, you know, what they want from an adaptation, and, you know, if it's not exactly what you want, that's hard. So I kind of want to be doing that to kind of give my own reviews and, you know, dealing with it, because the big thing is, like, I want to read The Handmaid's Tale really bad. I have it on Kindle. Also, apparently, according to my friend Elizabeth, I don't know if this is still happening, but when she ordered it a few weeks ago on Kindle, because of the TV show being released, Handmaid's Tale is free on Kindle. I don't know if that's still the case. I will ultimately put in the description box if that's still true, but either way, I'll link the Amazon site. But I really want to read the book so I can watch the TV show, and just give kind of my opinion on it. And basically at this point, I think by the time I read Handmaid's Tale, the show will be done with season 1. And that's kind of my hope as well, is to just wait and then put that out there and go, okay, this is, I binge watched it, and this is how it compares to the book. So those are kind of my plans for the summer. So that's what I made this video for, was an update about my life, where I've been, and what my goals are. On top of course, doing my usual, like, romance roasts or just reviews, because I'm definitely, like I said, I'm finding that a lot of these books I don't have problems with. The only one I've had issues with is After. And I don't necessarily want to keep reading books that are on that caliber where I'm, like, angry at it and I feel like I can't verbalize properly. So those are the goals of the summer and the rest of this filming. I hope you guys will subscribe, follow along on this, and see what content I put out. So like I said, if you like this video, please like it. Subscribe if you're interested. Comment letting me know what you guys think of my projects, or if, things that you want to see, so, along the lines of taking kind of the bullshit away from the pretension that is literature.